This is fun to watch because in so many ways, the University of North Carolina needs to understand something. Just because you hired Bill Belichick doesn't mean you're going to be relevant in college football ever again. It's not going to happen. Bill's not going to lead you to a national championship. He's there for a season, maybe two, and we got to talk about that possibility of not even being there. He's there to basically have some fun, make some money. You're not going to win a national title. It's not possible. You're not going to get enough good players with all the other great programs that are out there that are paying more in NIL money, that have more athletic department money. And sure, you got a bunch of cash thanks to your basketball program, but your basketball program is what drives the athletic department at North Carolina. Have some fun, enjoy it. But somebody at North Carolina either made one of the greatest marketing moves in the history of sports by bringing Bill in with his diaper changer, or don't do that. I was waiting for that moment when you were drinking. I was kind of hoping that there would be the full spit right there, and I didn't get it.
That was woo! I almost became an internet sensation.
You would have. You would have spit right into the camera. It would have been perfect. Yep. But you're not. It's not as if you didn't take a chance. You did, and it was a great marketing move, or it was a terrible marketing move. How could anybody in North Carolina have hired Bill Belichick and brought him in and paid him a tremendous amount of money, made him the most highly paid individual in the state of North Carolina, and not know that he's got the woman who pushes his wheelchair right behind him, who's got to go ahead and be there with him and comes with him and gets involved in all this nonsense and creates the big simus that they have right here. You had to know it was going to happen. What? All of a sudden, Bill showed up and said, hey, let me introduce you to Jordan right now. Jordan's going to take care of all the PR. And somebody in the NC athletic department said, oh, we didn't know this. Oh, holy crap. We didn't know this was coming. Of course you knew it was coming. So in essence, this might be nothing more than a well-planned marketing scheme to go ahead and get more attention to North Carolina before Bill bails out. Or it could have just been the greatest screw-up in the history of college sports. Take your pick.
Well, so in this day and age, by the way, good setup. I'm waiting for the part where
you're welcome.
Where you read the story of where you read the story or you read the article where someone says he's not coaching. He's never going to coach a game there.
Well, we're going to get to that. Go ahead.
We'll get to that point in a moment. In today's day and age of college athletics, and I think we touched a lot on this when we were talking about what Deion Sanders did at Colorado. Deion made Colorado relevant.
Yep.
For how long and at what price? Bill has made North Carolina at least a name that gets mentioned again.
Yeah, he hasn't made them relevant yet.
He hasn't made them relevant yet because he hasn't coached the game. They haven't done anything. All Bill has done, Bill has put them into the conversation of let's say particularly you're a defensive player. You're trying to figure out where to go. You're not a number one recruit. You're a 4-star. You're not a 5-star. And you're saying, man, what if I went to North Carolina and I wonder what he was like? Is he still good at the X's and O's? If I can't go to Alabama, LSU, if I can't go to Georgia, if I can't go to Ohio State or Michigan or USC or wherever the hell, right? Or Texas, I can't go there. Shit. Maybe I go to North Carolina. Maybe I check this out. In today's day and age, you're no longer locked in for 4 years. If you go and don't like it, you can bail. You absolutely can bail. And by the way, when I was growing up and when you were in your heyday covering college athletics, I could bail as the student, but I had to sit out a year. No longer do you have to do any of that. So now you've got those rights, okay? So Bill has made them into the conversation. And in today's day and age of where kids are, if you're in the conversation as a school, you're winning.
I don't know if I'd go that far. I don't know if I'd go that far. If you're in the conversation, you're in a conversation, I get that, but you're not necessarily winning. I mean, you just brought it up.
You're ahead of the game.
College athletes right now are one-year players. College athletes are 1 year, one and done. That's how they are right now. They can move anywhere they want. They don't have to hang out. They can make the money. If you go to North Carolina and you're on a 1-year deal under your scenario, which is you can't go anywhere else, or you decide to take a gander on it, can you
Yep.
make a tremendous amount of NIL money at North Carolina? The answer is no. North Carolina is not the place you're going to go and cut $1 million deal to
No.
hunt to hawk sneakers or some kind of an energy drink until you win. So you're taking the gamble that if you
Yep.
walk in there and North Carolina wins, well, okay, your process and your possibilities then start to expand. But if you don't win under Bill, then it's going to be Belichick came in, took over North Carolina, and they failed. Belichick wasn't ready for college. The players are sitting here right now. The players are going to bail. North Carolina is going to be left again trying to rebuild. It's a vicious cycle right now that there's no guarantees at all.
I agree. I'm look. In the end, I think a lot of this comes down to is it has not gone probably according to the way North Carolina would have liked, or at least from the PR standpoint. And this is the interesting part because if Bill were really in charge, why would he be doing Hard Knocks? Because he fought so viciously to not do Hard Knocks when he was here in New England. He hated the idea.
Yes.
So then all of a sudden, go to North Carolina. We'll do Hard Knocks with the Tar Heels. That's an interesting one. And again, this is Bill trying to recreate his image because Bill the idea was that Bill could not connect to the younger player, which is what happened up here in New England.